Do you feel good when you walk into work? Does this company represent you, your value systems? Does it honor your boundaries? Does it meet your needs aside from just capitalism? Again, these systems are only created to keep us separated. And it's like, you know what? As long as I'm just making it, right? It's there, it's based on it's a scarcity model. So as long as we're surviving and just making it, we don't question. It's like, you know what? It's good enough. It's good enough. I want us to get out of that mindset. I want us to just get away from it's good enough. It it could be better. It could be better with not much, like not much effort, right? Like it could really be better if we were connecting more. It could be better if we were intentional more. It would be better if we could just see each other as whole as human beings and allowed for the breath of humanity. It does not take $1 million to be better. It takes a million of us saying, I'm going to do something different. I'm going to try something new. I'm going to reimagine what something could be. So, all of that. Thank you for listening to that. So like kind of like always moving through those things and seeing what actually shows up for you. What is in alignment? Does this work? Is this working anymore? Only be in relationships that are healthy, not not minus conflict. Remember yesterday's lesson. Only be in relationships that are healthy, and conflict can be healthy when it's used for a resolution. So, 3, continuous reflection ensures alignment. I just said that, but that was supposed to be 3. So 2, values must be embedded in daily practices. It's not enough to declare the values. Have I just totally skipped over 1? Yeah, I did. I went from 2 to 3. Now back to 1, guys. I'm so sorry. 1, value driven systems are intentional and purposeful. Systems that reflect our values don't happen by accident. They require intentional design, reflection, and continuous evaluation to ensure alignment. Tiffany, it's a coffee morning, right? The tea is just not, it's just not doing what it needs to do. I'm gonna get in the truck and go to Dunkin' immediately after this live because I need real heavy duty, heavy hitting caffeine. So, systems that reflect our values don't happen by accident. They require intentional design, reflection, and continuous evaluation to ensure alignment. A community group evaluates its meaning, structure, and decision making processes to ensure they reflect values of equity, inclusion, and shared power. What systems in your life or work need to be reassessed to better align with your values? Yes, more coffee, please. So, I mean, I feel like I covered that in 2 and 3 because I was talking about intentionality, but we could be intentional and go through number 1. So, what does that look like? Right? Being purposeful, right? Showing up, like I said, us. This is intentional. You don't happen to turn on, your Substack. You don't happen to follow me. You don't happen to come across the 100 days of community. You are being intentional about joining. You are being intentional about getting up. Some of you, I realize, are here at 6:30 in the morning. Ugh, I'm so sorry. I love you. Thank you. That is a sacrifice. That is a sacrifice I personally am not able or willing to make. So that says so much about you, right? Congratulate yourself. Hey Vix, I was just talking about you. So that, right? Like being purposeful, being intentional about what it is that you want. You say you want something, then you got to do it. You just got to do it. You have to be intentional. You have to show up to it. I'm talking about that like in my own life, right? I used to always be like, oh, I want to drop the baby weight, this, that, and other thing. My youngest is about to be 6, but I did nothing, absolutely fuck all, nothing to change that. Nothing, nothing. I didn't drink more water. I didn't eat any differently. I didn't move my body anymore. It was just a thought, right? It's very thoughts and prayers, right? So but when I became intentional, those things shifted, right? Like I was like, oh, this feels different. I am drinking more water now. I am getting on my vibration plate. I am doing things that will bring about the results that I desire. I am being intentional about showing up for myself in certain ways. I am being purposeful about that without being stringent, right? Without this must do checklist, just being intentional, which means saying, this is what I want. This is what aligns with what I want. This is the end goal. What do I need to do? What are those steps, right? And that's how I should have started this off with the one. So that would be there. And then you lean into the embedded in your daily practices. So you figured out what your intent is, you figure out the purpose and the end goal, and you're going to lead into your daily practices. You guys are like, you know what? We need community. I want to do this. I need to learn this work. And that was your intent. That is your purpose. And now here you are doing your daily practice. You're showing up every day. You're asking questions. You guys are inboxing me. You're giving gift subscriptions. You're sharing. You're like, come on, join this, do that. All of that is showing up in your daily practice. A lot of you are building your own communities, right? You're sitting down and taking these practices, which is the goal. For me, I just want to be a guide for what we already know, but supremacy culture has forced us to forget and disconnected us from, right? But there's a gnosis, there's an inner knowing that exists within you. And I just hope that what I'm saying and what I'm doing resonates in such a way that it awakens that, right? Like, ooh, I remember that. I remember community. I remember friendship. I remember connection. I remember who I was, right? That is what this work is about. So that's you guys showing up in your daily practice, right? And it's embedded in that because many of you are like hardcore showing up. And even if you can't show up live, this is not a shame finger wagging. You're showing up to the replays. I get plenty of those messages. Can't join live. I don't expect everybody to, but listening to the replay, doing the action steps that are offered on the article, that's beautiful. And that is embedding it in your daily practice, right? 3, the continuous reflection ensures alignment. You can see that with the work that you guys are doing also. Somebody asked for a thread for the 100 days of community inside of the makeshift happen. Like, can we start a thread here so we can talk about this?